this is turning out to be a weird old season. There's no doubt about it at all. Anybody from Crystal Palace downwards, basically 12th to 20th, are in the relegation scrap. There's no doubt about it. Aston Villa are out of it. They're safe. 34 points. They're safe. Well, they'll need to get a couple more. Well, they will, won't they? It's as simple as that. However, I can't really remember it being as sort of condensed as this. There's a lot of teams in trouble. No one can really find any sustained period of form at all. The Crystal Palace lost 1-0 to Manchester City, which I guess puts them in it to an extent or another. But it was hard not to think that the fixtures had gone against us, the results had gone against us in that one. I mean, it started with the Bournemouth game, and what it does is it means our game today against Aston Villa becomes massively important. I do wonder if the fact that they are not mathematically safe, but maybe mentally safe, is that going to play into our hands at all? Will that help? I'm clutching at straws here. I hope it will. I hope our added urgency might be of some sort of benefit there. I don't know. As I say, I'm probably clutching at straws. The matches, well, we were lucky, I guess, that Tottenham beat Nottingham Forest, but Forest have been terrible away from home. We saw that ourselves. I guess, it was good that Manchester City beat Crystal Palace. I thought it might be a bit more emphatic than that. Chelsea beating Leicester. That was a good one, but you also, I don't know, I always sort of fancy Leicester will do okay with James Maddison in the team. And he was in the team for that game. Obviously, they got a red card. I mean, the big kick in the whatsits, well, there was a couple. Number one was Everton beating Brentford 1-0. And I haven't seen the game. I did watch the Bournemouth game, but no, I haven't seen the Everton game. I understand it. They were reasonably good value for that. It wasn't an injustice unless the guy on the radio was telling me porky pies. Leeds and Brighton, I mean, you've got to say that's a good point for Leeds. Could have done without them getting that, that's for sure. But, well, good on them. If you can hold Brighton to a point, then they've done a lot better. Leeds have done a lot better than we could against Brighton, so fair play to them. Bournemouth was the one. Now, I've watched Bournemouth since the World Cup has ended. Aside from West Ham, I've watched Bournemouth as much as anyone else. And as you'll know, I've thought for a little while now they've got some pace in the team. I thought they'd be okay. Arsenal were lucky to get a draw against Bournemouth. The one thing I worried about Bournemouth is, do they have goals? Do they have a prolific out-and-out striker? No, I mean, Solanke's not that guy, but they do. They are organised. They have an awful lot of pace. In Billing, they've got a very, very good midfielder. I'm struggling to see any situation where Bournemouth go down. They look better than a lot of the other teams down there. Forest, you've got to hope Forest. Well, all we need really with Nottingham Forest, and this is it. This is the situation we are at West Ham. We're hoping everybody else does crap rather than anything collectively brilliant we can do ourselves. I'm hoping Nottingham Forest start to lose some home games, really, because they look atrocious away from home. If that happens, then they're going to be dragged into it. There's absolutely no doubt about it. But I tell you what, we're in the bottom three. There's no way of trying to make that look any better than it is. We're in the bottom three. It's terrible. It's complete mismanagement from David Moyes to the ownership. It's been crap so far. But the one positive I can take from it is exactly what I said, that anyone from 12th down to 20th can go. We're back to where we were, which are there going to be three worst teams, and West Ham, it ain't going to be easy. And when you see Leeds getting a point against Brighton, when you see Bournemouth doing what they did against Liverpool and what they did against Arsenal in the last game, I think it's hard to make a case. We don't feel like a better team than Bournemouth at the moment. So, struggling to find the three, really. I think we were sort of hoping that Sean Dyche had gone in there, maybe, because they got a win against Arsenal, didn't they, when he first came in? Maybe a little new manager bounce, and maybe it was dying off. Well, he's clearly got them organised, clearly got the defence working. They've got another win. It's hard to look at Everton and think they won't stay up. I think they're going to string a load of results together? No, but I think they'll still keep getting the odd win. And probably, 4 more would probably do it for them, wouldn't it? So I think they're more than capable of that. So what we got left? 12 games, 13 in West Ham's case. we're getting to. If we're not careful, if we don't start winning games, we're going to get to a point soon enough, very soon, where we have to start winning half of our remaining games, and we've shown no sort of form that we're going to be able to do that. So what's David Moyes got planned for Aston Villa today? I wonder. You know, he'll have been looking at those results. More importantly, the squad will be looking at those results, and it'd make you nervous, wouldn't it? I was certainly was. I was watching Bournemouth and Liverpool. When I was watching Bournemouth and Liverpool, what was I thinking? Well, I was thinking about West Ham the whole time, and it's just watching Bournemouth thinking, oh, this is not good, because they did look good. I was listening to the other results come through. Obviously pleased that Chelsea beat Leicester, because you want as many teams dragged into it as possible. But at some point you have to stop concerning yourself with other people's results and go and get something yourself. And this will be a big one. If we could somehow beat Aston Villa, and I don't feel confident, I have to say that, just watching the number of corners that the Cypriot team got against us on Thursday was Larnaca, sorry, I was struggling to think of the name then. That was a worry. 14 corners. 14 corners. A better team scores with 14 corners, you know. It was quite a weird one. They managed to have 14 corners and not really pose a threat. Other teams will... Look, Aston Villa, they get 14 corners, Ollie Watkins scoring a goal. It's as simple as that, really. We've got to go on the front foot. We've got to do something. I do sort of worry that... So look at the table. I hope David Moyes isn't going into this game thinking a point will be enough. Technically, it probably would be enough, because it would put Bournemouth back in 17th and it would put us in 18th. We wouldn't be able to go above Leicester, because Leicester just pip us on the goal difference. But it would take us level on points with Leicester. It's only, things like that are only good if you assume that we're going to carry on picking up points and no one's going to get better. And as I say, it looks like Everton are getting better on it. I would not put it past Leicester to get better at all. What's he going to do? Well, he's going to play Danny Ings today, but I think it's really important that he maximises his substitutes bench as best he can. I decided to do this video like this today, by the way. I've seen the Scamacca rumours. I've seen the Jose Mourinho rumours. That's a conversation for a different day. We'll deal with all of that. And to be fair, if West Ham win, that sort of stuff doesn't... Well, certainly the Mourinho stuff doesn't really matter anyway, does it? And I'm hoping we get a West Ham win. I really do, because we can't afford to throw away any more opportunities to get 3 points. I'm even struggling to think that a draw will be a good result. It just keeps down there, because what a win does is a win gives us, actually gives us 26 points, doesn't it? Gives us 26 points. We'd be up, well, we'd go above Nottingham Forest, basically, if we won this game. Well, that wouldn't be too shoddy, would it? I mean, that'll do us for the moment, but we've got to start winning games. Looking at our form, there's a lot of teams... Just to go down from there, there's a lot of teams who've got 2 wins. Crystal Palace got no wins in the last 5. So they are the most out-of-form team, as I can see, in the league. But Wolves have got 2 wins in their last 5. Actually, Forest have got no wins in the last 5. So them and Palace are as bad as each other. Everton have got 2 wins in their last 5. Leicester have got a win in their last 5. Bournemouth 2 wins in the last 5. We got 1 win in their last 5. Leeds 1 win in their last 5. Southampton 2 wins in their last 5. We're in the bottom 3 and we deserve to be on form throughout the season. And form, it looks like, in the last 5 games. In the last 5 games, I mean, you can only see Crystal Palace and Nottingham Forest that are doing noticeably worse than us. As I say, Leeds have got a win. So have we. We've got 1 more draw, so that just keeps us out of it. Leicester have got 1 win. I mean, it's so tight. It's so tight. I hate being in this position. Of course we do. So come on, Moisey, let's go for it. Look, we'll be live an hour and 5 minutes before kick-off, so come and join us for the game then. Be talking you through it, doing a little cheeky bet, little crafty bet. I'll leave it now. You want to get on with the rest of your morning, quite frankly, don't you? So, yeah, join me hour and 5 minutes before kick-off. See you in a couple of hours.